Hey there, these are my old cylinder heads off the 1200 Sportster. The wrecked salvage bike was almost 70,000 miles on it. I was going to reuse these, but somebody had tried to repair the cylinder head here, or the spark plug hole, and they got off center, and I guess when they ran the tap through there, it nicked the edge of the seat right here. So can't really reuse these. That's not the only reason why. The seats are beat up pretty good, which isn't a big deal, but they're already reseated a lot, and the valves were toast. They got dents in the faces of valves here, which could probably be reground, but a couple of them are, those exhausts are pretty bad. And the seats, the stem protrusion on the valves are out of spec, meaning they've already been cut once, and I know they've already been cut once at least because somebody had put bronze guides in here. They come with their cast guides. So stem protrusion on this one is a little over 2 inches. The exhausts were slightly under 2 inches, so that to be able to reuse these, the valve job ain't going to fix that. It'd need new seats anyway. And thing was leaking pretty good. Compression said it was about normal for each cylinder. A little bit on the lower side, but I did a leak down on it, and it was leaking past both the intake and exhaust valves about 20%, which is too much. Really, it should be less than 10. And you could hear it. You can hear it blowing back out the intake and blowing out the exhaust valves. So I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to reuse these because of this rear head. So we had gotten another set of heads off of another Sportster. I don't know what year it was, but getting ready to pull those apart, check those out. They look a lot better than these things did. These things got a lot of wear on them, even though somebody been in there and replaced the guides before. Would have probably been good with probably new valves and maybe a valve job. The reason for the stem protrusion is how much the valve sticks out of the guide here in relation to the spring pocket. And that exhaust valve there is a little tight, got some carbon inside the guide, or they didn't size it right or something. So stem protrusion, what happens is your rocker arm stood up here. So if your stem protrusion's too much, your rocker arm's kind of canted at the wrong level. So when it goes to ride on the valve, it wants to side load the valve more. The way I check them is rocker arm contact. I'll put a little dicum on the top of the valve here, put the rocker boxes back on there with the push rods. Then ultimately I'll use adjustable push rod to make sure the lifter doesn't collapse. Then roll the motor over, pull the rockers off, and check the contact patch on top of the valve there. In extreme instances, you can stick the valve in the grinder and grind the tip slightly, but only slightly, to try and correct that. The other way to correct it is rocker box spacer plate to move the rocker arms up. So you're basically shimming the rocker arms up slightly. You can get away with doing that sometimes, but that's those crappy cylinder heads there. Hopefully you guys can see all that. I hate to reshoot videos, but anyway, appreciate you watching. If you like my content, like, share, subscribe. I'm just out here doing this stuff to keep busy.